Billy Martin's influence on the New York Yankees was profound, shaping their identity and driving their success in ways few can match. However, this revered figure was not without his flaws. In fact, his volatile nature and controversial actions frequently overshadowed his athletic achievements. Nowhere was this more evident than in the notorious Copacabana incident of May 1957, an event that ultimately led to the end of his time with the Yankees and serves as a pivotal point in understanding both his legacy and the dynamics of baseball's most iconic team. This episode will delve into the events of that fateful night, exploring the sequence of events that transformed a routine evening out into a scandal that rocked the nation. We'll examine the contributing factors that led to the violence, including the racial tensions present at the club, the pressure cooker atmosphere within the team, and Martin's personal struggles. We'll also analyze the fallout of the incident, focusing on how the Yankees organization dealt with the situation and the impact it had on Martin's career, both immediately and in the long run. Finally, we'll discuss how this event contributes to the broader narrative of Martin's life, highlighting the complex factors that made him such a fascinating and contradictory figure. It is important to note that the exact details of the Copacabana incident are somewhat murky, with different sources offering conflicting accounts and perspectives. The absence of definitive clarity adds another layer of intrigue to this already complex event. Therefore, we will present various narratives surrounding the incident and allow our listeners to draw their own conclusions. The night of the incident, May 15th, 1957, started out innocently enough. Several members of the Yankees, including Billy Martin, Mickey Mantle, Yogi Berra, Whitey Ford, and Hank Bauer, decided to visit the Copacabana, a popular New York City nightclub, to celebrate the birthday of Sammy Davis Jr.'s wife, Lorraine. The club was renowned for its glamorous atmosphere, attracting celebrities and socialites from across the country. Inside the Copa, the Yankees were welcomed by the sounds of live jazz and the sight of elegantly dressed patrons enjoying their drinks and the music. The team mingled with the crowd, chatting with fans and friends, and enjoying themselves before the festivities took a turn. As the evening progressed, the mood shifted when a group of intoxicated bowlers sitting near the Yankee table began heckling Sammy Davis Jr., who was performing on stage. The hecklers shouted racist insults, mocking Davis's presence at the club and antagonizing the Yankees, who were not only Davis's friends, but staunch allies against racism. Tensions rose as the barbs continued, reaching a boiling point when Martin stepped in to confront the hecklers. Accounts of what happened next vary, but the outcome is clear. Words were exchanged. Tempers flared, and the situation quickly escalated into a physical altercation. Billy Martin, never one to back down from a fight, found himself at the center of the chaos. Reports indicate that after confronting the hecklers, Martin was shoved by one of the bowlers, prompting him to retaliate. Within seconds, the entire room descended into pandemonium as chairs and tables were overturned and punches were thrown in every direction. Amidst the commotion, a waiter was seriously injured, adding another layer of severity to the incident. The ensuing investigation revealed that the melee caused approximately $1,500 in damages, a significant amount at the time, underscoring the magnitude of the incident. As the brawl reached its crescendo, other Yankees rushed to Martin's aid, joining the fight against the bowlers. Mickey Mantle, known for his powerful personality, reportedly helped restrain one of the hecklers, while Yogi Berra and Whitey Ford assisted Martin in subduing others. Despite the chaos, no major injuries were reported beyond the injured waiter, although witnesses claimed that one of the bowlers sustained a black eye. Once order was restored, the Yankees left the club, shaken but defiant, ready to face whatever consequences awaited them. In the aftermath of the incident, the New York Yankees organization, under the guidance of owner Don Toppin and manager Casey, initiated a thorough investigation to determine the full scope of what transpired at the Copacabana. While acknowledging that several Yankee players were present at the club, the official statement carefully avoided assigning blame or confirming the extent of their involvement. Nevertheless, the fallout from the incident was swift and severe. Within days, Billy Martin was traded to the Kansas City Athletics, marking a sudden and dramatic end to his tenure with the Yankees. Mickey Mantle, despite his role in helping to break up the fight, received a 3-day suspension, although it was later reduced to 1 day after he agreed to pay for the damaged property at the Copa. Whitey Ford, who had also been involved in the brawl, was surprisingly spared any punishment possibly due to his exemplary record and contributions to the team. The immediate reaction to the trade centered around shock and surprise. Martin, a fan favorite and integral part of the Yankees' success, had been a consistent presence in the Bronx for nearly a decade. His departure left a void not only in terms of his athletic abilities, but also the intangible qualities he brought to the team. Fans were bewildered and saddened by the loss of a player who embodied the spirit of the Yankees and possessed a fierce determination that had been instrumental in their triumphs. Furthermore, the trading of Martin raised questions about the fairness of the punishment. Many felt that his dismissal was disproportionate to his role in the incident, especially when compared to the relatively lenient treatment of other Yankee players. The public outcry over Martin's trade highlighted the strong bond he had forged with the fans. His ability to connect with them on a personal level, coupled with his passionate playing style, had made him a beloved figure in the hearts of Yankee supporters. To many, the trade appeared to be a hasty and insensitive move that sacrificed a cherished player without fully considering the ramifications for team morale and public perception. As the shockwaves of the trade reverberated throughout the baseball world, fans, players, and coaches alike grappled with the implications of losing such a pivotal member of the Yankees. The absence of Billy Martin was deeply felt, both on and off the field. His departure marked a significant shift in the team's dynamics and foreshadowed a turbulent period ahead. In the wake of the Copa incident, Billy Martin's career trajectory took an unexpected turn, leading him to new teams and challenges that tested his resilience and determination. Following his trade from the Yankees, Martin joined the Kansas City Athletics, where he continued to showcase the skills that had made him famous in pinstripes. However, the change of scenery did little to alleviate the bitterness he felt over his abrupt departure from the Bronx. Despite his on-field successes with the Athletics, Martin's tenure was overshadowed by resentment towards the Yankees and their fans. The animosity reached a boiling point when he returned to Yankee Stadium with the Athletics in 1959. The crowd's hostile reception only fueled Martin's determination to prove them wrong, and he responded with a remarkable performance. Martin hit a home run and drove in 5 runs, leading the Athletics to a 6-2 victory over the Yankees. The triumph was both personal and professional, allowing Martin to showcase his abilities on a big stage and demonstrate that his value extended beyond his time in New York. However, the intensity of the rivalry and the emotional toll it took on Martin became apparent when he was ejected from a game against the Red Sox for arguing with an umpire. The ejection prompted Boston fans to chant, "Thank you, Billy," in appreciation of his commitment to the game and his willingness to stand up for his beliefs. Martin's fiery personality and tendency to court controversy continued to be a driving force in his career, often overshadowing his athletic accomplishments. Throughout his time with the Athletics and subsequent teams, the specter of the Copa incident loomed large, serving as a constant reminder of the night that changed everything. The incident at the Copacabana was not merely a barroom brawl. It was a clash of cultures and a reflection of the societal norms and pressures of the time. The racial undertones of the incident highlight the deep-rooted prejudices that existed in American society during the 1950s. The heckling of Sammy Davis Jr. by the bowling team showcased the casual racism that permeated everyday life, revealing the underlying tensions and biases that existed beneath the surface of a seemingly glamorous setting. Moreover, the pressures faced by athletes in maintaining their public image cannot be overlooked. The Yankees, as America's team, were held to high standards of conduct, and any misstep could potentially damage their reputation. The strictures placed upon them by the organization and the media intensified the scrutiny on their actions off the field, making it difficult for them to enjoy a normal social life. In examining the broader context of the incident, we gain a deeper understanding of the forces that shaped Billy Martin's career and ultimately contributed to his downfall at the hands of the Yankees. The incident also sheds light on the societal norms and expectations of the time, highlighting the challenges faced by African American entertainers and the constraints imposed on athletes in maintaining their public image. The analysis of the incident raises several questions about the nature of fame, the cost of celebrity, and the complexities of racial dynamics in American society. During the 1950s, It invites us to consider the pressures and limitations placed upon athletes and entertainers and the consequences of challenging societal norms and expectations. In conclusion, the Copacabana incident stands as a pivotal moment in Billy Martin's career and legacy, symbolizing both his rise to prominence and his ultimate downfall with the New York Yankees. The events of that fateful night serve as a reminder of the fragility of success, the importance of reputation, and the enduring power